Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we will hop into our traditional 26 and 2 yoga sequence. Throughout class, if something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify the posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. And especially in the 26 and 2 sequence, each posture is there for a reason, but if something is challenging, that's okay. But if something is causing you pain, you can always step away from that. The first rule of yoga is ahimsa, which means do no harm. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Take a moment with your arms down by your sides, standing up nice and tall. Wonderful. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands under the floor, shoulder width distance, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down as if you're pulling yourself down to the floor. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Can bend one knee, straighten the other, lift your heels to the ceiling, and then press your heels to floor, hips to ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, arms with ears, fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway back flat, shoulders away from ears, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. Let's hold our plank for a moment. If that lowering down motion does not work for you, skip it entirely. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, hug your elbows in, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, make sure your thighs are off the floor, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, go into your down dog or child's pose. Now, if you're doing down dog, notice if you're pressing your wrists down. Instead, spread your fingers wide and root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift, look forward, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, knees can stay bent, hands together, biceps with ears, lift up, look up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, pull yourself down. Inhale your up dog or cobra. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. Last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If you have tight hamstrings, you can open your legs a little wider or micro bend the knees to take some weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your hips up and externally rotate your shoulders. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful, that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 and 2 yoga. Come to the middle of your mat space with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. 2 sets of pranayama deep breathing. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Bring your chin down, look straight ahead, suck your stomach in, inhale a little bit more. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back. Use your eyes to trace an arc along the ceiling. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use our full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. In the first set, make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles under your chin. Maybe switch the grip, opposite thumb, pinky finger on top. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine. And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly head back. Stretch your arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. If you time it right, elbows touch when your lungs are empty, not before or after. Inhale, head down. So through the breath, through our body movements, we're starting to create a mind-body connection. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, often our mind is, kind of anywhere but in the present moment. Here we're starting to dig in. Inhale, head down. So notice where your mind is. Draw your mind to your breath. Chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Keep the weight in your heels. Thighs tight, glutes tight, stomach in. Inhale, head down. Weight stays in the heels. Suck your stomach in. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, just your head drops back. No backward bending. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue, Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush. Know where you need to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. This is a wonderful gift that you have given yourself, and nobody can take that away from you. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down in a straight line without bending elbows, without bending knees, and without holding your breath. And if at any point in class you're finding that it's really hard to breathe or you're making a face, that might be a sign that you've gone a little bit too far. Relax your jaw, lift your chin, and take a nice slow breath. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward and arms back. Inhale, lengthen your arms, biceps with ears. Exhale, weight in the heels, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, first back bend of the day. This is the only posture I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open. Relax your head all the way back as far as it goes. Look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels. Inhale, breathe in, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Hands to floor, relax your head, go for another walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, and flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your big toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, knees can bend. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. That's the whole goal. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead. Palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, maybe switch the grip, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Come down in a straight line without bending elbows or knees. Keep the weight in your heels. Press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, straighten your wrists, and bring your head and arms back. Touch your biceps to your ears. Really strengthen your right arm, right leg. Push your left hip forward to get your two hips in line. Good. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Weight in the heels, thighs tight, glutes tight, abdomen in the whole time. Hips a little more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Right hip forward, two hips in line. Left shoulder forward, two shoulders in line. At the end, lift your right shoulder up to the ceiling and then steer it to the left like you're steering a steering wheel. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, drop your head back, squeeze your tush, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. You want to feel a nice opening through the whole front of your body, even like your armpits, your chest, your hips. In back bend, sometimes our central nervous system is stimulated, so if you get a little bit lightheaded, that's okay. Keep your eyes open, weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down, hands to floor, relax your head, move your hips, shake your head. Second set, notice what's a little bit more loose, what's still a little tight and tender. You want to proceed accordingly, never forcing your body or expecting your body to be like it was in your last class. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up. So you know what they say about assuming, right? If you assume that you can do the posture just like you did last time, or that you can't do a posture because you couldn't do it last time, that's where we start to get a little bit down. So make sure that you're always just living for the present moment, finding your edge, never forcing, never expecting, never assuming. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, knees can bend. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, Fingertips active, abdomen in. Bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only. Hips into a chair, suck your stomach in. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight. Start to lift up, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Lift your heels, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a ½ inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, drop your shoulders, and change. Slowly come up, knees together, good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down. Second set, step your right foot to the right hip width distance, insides your feet perfectly parallel, like an H. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward. The goal here is to shift back. So think about shifting your hips back, knees back, shins back, and then start to lean back. Lift your chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there, and then press the hips forward. Keep leaning back, and now lift your heels, playing with balance. Stretch up first, as tall as you can, abdomen in, bend your knees and sit down. So think about lengthening your spine, even as you bend your knees. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down like you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Lower abdomen engaged the whole time, triceps tight. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up. Whew, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. Look at your arms, identify which arm is right, which arm is left. Don't mix them up. Keep in mind I'm not mirroring you. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing right arm, under left arm, right elbow, under left elbow. Cross first at the elbows. Again, if you can at the wrists. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. You can also interlace fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down. Try to stay down there and bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. Let's do the left side. Bring your left arm, zoom, under your right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. Pull elbows down, sit back and down. Try to keep the weight in your heels and bring your left leg over your right leg. Left over right, cross twist. Eventually wrap your foot. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Just point your toes towards your calf. This side might look or feel a little or a lot different from the other side. It does for me. That's okay. The goal of yoga is not to become symmetrical, right? That's not the goal. So if one side looks a little different, it's all good as long as you're honoring your body, listening to your body. Bring the weight back into your heel, sit down and lean back. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. Second set. Bring your right arm under your left arm. Fingertips in line one day, wrists straight, pull elbows down. One day, fingers go below the nose. Bend your knees, sit back and down. Try to keep your hips low and bring your right leg over your left leg. And if you've never asked yourself that question, like, what is the goal of yoga or why am I practicing yoga? There's not one right answer, right? So it's a nice thing to ask yourself from time to time, like, why am I here? Push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Right shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Sit back and down, sort of like the first part of chair pose, and then lean your upper body back. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one. Bring your left arm, zoom, under your right arm. Pull elbows down, sit back and down. Stay down there, and bring your left leg over your right leg. And you know, the reason why you're coming to yoga might vary day to day, class to class, or even posture to posture. This is a healing sequence. Even though we're physically distanced, we're still in community. That's a big one for me. It's good for healing the body. I enjoy the playful nature of yoga, right? It doesn't have to be so serious. It's an embodied practice, helps us to get out of our minds. There's so many reasons why you might come to class. Sit down a little bit lower, whew, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. You can grab a sipper of water if you want. Cheers, friends. So just something to think about, again, like why are you here? Can you tell I was a philosophy major in college? No, just kidding. Why are you here? And then if what you're doing in your yoga practice does not relate to why you're here, like if you're here to teach yourself to learn to practice compassion and you're not being compassionate in your yoga posture, then that's a moment to step back, right? We want to make sure that what we're doing with our physical body is reflecting like our values and why we came to class today. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janusharasana, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken. You have no knee. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing, slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Take a breath, kick your heel forward, flex all 5 toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse. Out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. That'll cramp your calf. Lift your left leg up. You can point your toes, flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back to your face to stretch the Achilles and calf. Option to stay here. You're working on your strength, your balance, your patience. When you're ready, you're gonna round down and eventually pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. You're welcome to start with your knee higher into your chest so you don't have to round down as much. Eventually, you're gonna start with your thigh parallel to the floor, stomach in, and when you're ready, lift your left leg up. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up. You want your knee over your ankle, not your big toe. Continuously kick your heel forward without stopping, without intermission. Flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock, lock your arms, puff up your chest, and then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, stomach in. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, shoulders down, elbows in, heel forward, toes back, change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, abdomen in, round down, pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, exhale, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your time, slowly reverse out, step by step. Good. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, abdomen engaged, round down, pick up your foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. So it's one thing just to suck your stomach in. It's another thing to really squeeze those muscles. On your exhale, pull everything in, and on your next inhale, lift your left leg up. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back, make sure you're breathing, abdomen in. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Touch your forehead to your knee and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly reverse out, step by step. Very nice. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together, bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, right on, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. So you want to start with your hips in line. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Keep your chin lifted. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula, stretching away from the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Let's do the other side. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, thighs, knees together to start. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand as you charge your body forward. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your right hand faces the floor. Keep your right arm exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Tricep tight, slide the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, and come down to parallel. Body down, leg up, chest up, chin up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control. Kick yourself up. Very nice, second set. Bring your right hand up, out to the right. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, thumb with your index finger. Left arm up, right and forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Take a breath, lift up, chin up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. You want to feel your shoulders sliding apart. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Keep the chin and chest lifted. Keep breathing through the nose. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Feel the back bend. Heart rate starts to pick up the more you come down. Body down to parallel, leg up to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Last one, here we go. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. Reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, knees together. One day you start with your arm behind your ear flap. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, lift your shoulder, chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So feel what this posture feels like in your body in this moment. Every day is a little different. The same way that you never step into the same room twice, you'll never step into the same yoga practice again. So we're always trying to enjoy the gift of this posture, this unique moment in time and space. Left hip down, right shoulder forward. Keep your chin and chest lifted, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up. Okay, come to the back of your mat space for Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. This next posture is only 10 seconds, right? Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and lean back. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch up, point your left toes, and when you're ready, come down and tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Bring the chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch. Good, change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back. Imagine there's a board strapped to your back. Step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes and tilt. Slowly come down like a slow moving seesaw. Is your right hip way higher than your left hip? Drop your right hip down, spiral your inner right thigh up, bring your right foot to the right, biceps with ears, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, maybe switch the grip, other thumb on top, bring your head and arms back, step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes and tilt. So right now this posture bothers my hip on this side, so I'm gonna stay in the setup. Sometimes just the setup of a posture is enough, right? Keeping your arms with your ears, abdomen engaged, back flat. When you're ready, come down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes and tilt. One of the things that I'm working on in my practice is to not take things so personally when my body doesn't work. Like when a posture hurts, sometimes I take it personally. It's not personal. Sometimes you just have to take a break. Body down, leg up, palms together, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Does that make sense? Sometimes a posture like bothers our body for a time, and you know what? That's okay. You can skip the posture or do a modification or just the setup for the posture, still do your yoga, it's all good. Come to the top of your mat. You can face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I'm going to continue to face you, standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana Bikaptapada, Pashimotonasana. Inhale your arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum. Big step, arms down parallel to the floor. You can turn your toes in and your heels out, or just point your toes forward. Lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, take a breath, stretch up. And when you're ready, slowly with control, swan dive forward. Good, grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, you can grab the outsides of your feet, you can grab your pinky toes. You can also try taking a slightly bigger or smaller step. You can also put your hands on the floor in front of you, especially folks with super tender hamstrings. You can start with your hands on the floor, roll forward, everybody find your edge, lift your hips up, push your knees back, keep pulling, keep stretching. One day head touches the floor in between your feet. If your forehead's not yet touching the floor, take a bigger step. Roll forward, lift your hips, push your knees, pull, stretch, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. Okay, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. So if your forehead touched the floor, no problem in the first set, take a little bit of a smaller step so your spine can lengthen. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a little bit of a bigger step so your hammies can stretch. Second set, arms overhead. Step your right foot to the right. The step that works for you, tall, grande, venti, customize it. Toes in, heels out, chest proud. Go down, wrists in line with the shoulders. Stretch the arms apart, triceps tight, grab your heels. So this is an interesting posture because we have the option to pull on our feet. There's not a lot of pulling in yoga. Pulling is a dynamic motion that's very healthy for your body. If you can, pull on your feet, right? Feel the biceps engage and then roll forward, touch your head to the floor. There's an exception to this pull though. If it feels like your back is like tugging or pulling and not in a pleasant way, ease up a little bit with the arms and just roll forward. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Imagine your heart will touch the floor before your head. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. Next is triangle. Trikonasana, the summit of the standing series. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. 4 feet minimum, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. For my body proportions, this is the biggest step I take in class. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out. You can turn your left toes in a bit. When you're ready, inhale, bend your right leg, and you can bounce a couple times to help warm up the hips and knees. You can take a wider step if it helps, and eventually you're just going to sit as low as you can. So one day right thigh bicep is parallel to the floor. Sit down, lean back, keep your hips where they are, hips low, and just move your arms at the same time. Eventually the elbow in front of the knee, maybe at first the forearm or hip in front of the knee. Eventually elbow in front of the knee. One day hover your right fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, profile of your face visible to the side of your mat. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, and then lift your right side body off of your right thigh. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, Left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, and again, you can bounce a couple times or take a slightly bigger or smaller step if it helps you sit down. If it feels good, you can also rotate your right hip forward to sit down more. Sit as low as you can, squeeze your glutes, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, 6 and 12 on the clock. Hover your fingertips towards your big and second toe rather than your heel. Look up, stretch up, touch your chin to your shoulder. Make sure all 5 fingers together. As you're ready, drop your right thigh down, push your left knee back. Bring your left rib cage forward, right rib cage back, stretch up. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms over your head, and arms down. I love, it's a very small piece of the Bikram dialogue, but it says right foot back to the place instead of right foot back to the left. And for those of you who are Talking Heads fans, one of my favorite songs is This Must Be the Place. So I always think of that when I say right foot back to the place, think this must be the place. Okay, second set triangle. That will not make sense to you if you've not heard the song. Arms over your head, step your right foot to the right. Big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, maybe left toes in a little bit, bend your right leg lunge. Notice if your knee is going to the left of your ankle, you want your right knee directly over your right ankle. Sit as low as you can, lean back, and move your arms. So what we want is a long diagonal line from the ankle to the crown of your head. If you can't get your thigh parallel to the floor yet, that's okay. Maybe just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee, so you're not collapsing all the way down, but you're also not staying all the way lifted, right? You want to feel this connected line from your ankle to the crown of your head. As you're ready, bend your right knee, sit down, chest up, turn, twist, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, other side. Here we go. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, profile of your face visible to the side of your mat. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow, and then lift your left side torso off of your left thigh. Turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Ardha Matsyendrasana at the end of class. That's the rotation in the back you want to feel. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms over your head, and arms down. This must be the place. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Janusharasana, slowing down, going inward. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, a generous step, be generous with yourself. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, turn your back toes in. Press your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in one line, 2 heels in a line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and you go down. Chin to chest, abdomen engaged. Bend your front leg if you need, touch your knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. If you can't touch your forehead and knee together, try taking a bigger step. You can bend your front leg, you can turn your back toes in more to rotate the left hip forward. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body, right? If this rounded spine posture is a little too intense on your back, flatten out the back a little bit, eventually forehead and knee touch. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, left rib cage back. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly with control go down. I always love the transition from triangle to head to knee because triangle increases our heart rate. It's a pretty boom, boom, boom posture. And then we're invited to slow down. What a gift it is to be able to go from 0 to 60 and then to 30, right? Real quick. Chin to chest, stomach in. Touch forehead and knee together. So when we talk about fast cars, we'll talk about, how fast can it go from 0 to 60? But, one of the other safety features, right, is how fast can you stop?
And head to knee pose is a little bit of like, how fast can you stop? Heart may be racing, right? We just did that intense triangle pose, and now we're just slowing down. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down. Wonderful. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. Keep your wrists straight, step your right foot to the right, pivot on your heels, turn back toes in, press left hip forward, try to square off your hips, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and articulate your vertebrae. And the true sense of articulation, you want to feel each and every vertebrae moving, chin to chest, hips to ribs, ribs to hips, belly button to ceiling, stomach in, forehead to knee. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your right front foot, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, chin to chest, head up last. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side. I'm gonna show you from the front. You want your heels in a line, but not crisscross. Turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, biceps with ears, stretch up, and then go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your left foot all the way down. Balance challenge, keep your hands together, just be on your big and second toe. Left hip up a little bit, right hip down a little bit. Press your chin to your chest, round your spine, relax your jaw, and on your exhale breath, engage your abdominal wall even more. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, biceps with ears, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, float your right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat. We're gonna do tree pose and then toe stand. This is the hip opening series. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Hold onto your foot from underneath the foot with your left hand or even both hands. I might sneeze, touch your heel to your costume. Sole of foot flat to ceiling. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up. There's nothing harder than potentially having to sneeze in a balancing posture. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your shoulders, take a breath. Good, change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, lift your right kneecap, and then lift your left leg up. Touch your heel to your costume and let your left knee drop. And this side might feel a little or a lot different from the other side, and that's okay. Bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, right hand, shoulders down, hips forward, spine straight from the side. Try to eliminate any curvature in the lower spine. Good, change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree, or you can try toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you, don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. If your foot has a tendency of falling, you can hold on to your foot on the way down. Otherwise, bring your hands together and fold forward. I'm already a little wobbly. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. As you sit down, you want the weight in your arms, not your knee. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Make sure you're having fun. Point your right toes, press your right hip forward, right knee down, left hand up, right hand up, palms together, spine straight. Maybe come a half inch off your heel. Good, when you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hands into the floor to lift your hips up and straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change, right leg down, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, slowly let your left knee fall. You can bring one or both hands together, and as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor first. You want to lean forward, put the weight in your arms like you're going to do a handstand, lift your heel. Keep leaning forward as you bend your knee and sit. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, whether you're in tree or toe. Point your left toes. Press your left hip a little forward, left knee down, 1 day, 2 knees in line. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, palms together, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good, when you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet,
or push your hands into the floor to lift your hips up, straighten your standing leg, and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, and adjust our camera angle just a little bit. Okay, we are on the floor for the rest of class. Lie on your back. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Slow inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your heart beating. It's pretty cool. In a digital world, especially these days, I think it's possible to feel like, you know, am I really here? Like, what's going on? But in this class, right, when we feel our ribs expanding, our heart beating, our muscles stretching, right, that's when we know for sure, like, I'm really alive. This is real. Pashimotonasana, when you're moving pose, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers just below the right knee, nice tight grip. Pull your knee out and down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, and if it feels good, pull down a little extra hard. Maximum pressure in your lower right abdomen. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, and then bend your left leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers just below your left shin, pull your knee out and down, avoiding your rib cage. Try to keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, you can try flexing your right toes back to your face. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good, change, arms down and eyes open. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Look down the center line of your body so your eyeballs get a little bit of a stretch. In a good yoga class, even like the face muscles and the eyes get a stretch. So look down without lifting your head. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other. Give yourself another big hug, maybe other elbow on top if you remember. All 5 fingers together, feet together, side by side, head on the floor. Let your belly be heavy and just take a breath. Good, release, change, arms down and eyes open. Next we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit up. Roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Wonderful, turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra. Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly on the floor, the rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels, and knees touch. Lock your legs, press your feet down. Squeeze your butt, push your hips down. Make sure all 5 fingers together, push your hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Feel your 3-dimensional ribs expand. Slow exhale through your nose. Feel your 3-dimensional ribs contract. Second set, bring your chin forward. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, all 5 fingers together, little fingers in line with your deltoids. Feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So this is the first of 4 postures on our stomach. It's called the spine strengthening series. All of these postures are back bends. All of these postures are really good for strengthening the muscles in your back. So if you have back pain, if you sit at a desk all day, these are your postures. Knees, feet together, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, press your hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, and this time look to the left, right here on your mat, arms down, heels open. If looking left and right aggravates your neck, you can bend one or both arms so that your hands are close to your face, and this will take some pressure off of your neck. Locus Shalabhasana, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. This is a really wonderful example of the difference between discomfort and pain. If your arms are uncomfortable under your body, that's quite normal. I'm right there with you. But if like your elbows or your wrists are hurting, bring your arms out to the side, palms face the floor. That's okay. One day, arms underneath the body, never force. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. And the truth is, this is different for every person and for every day. So sometimes, it's too much to have the arms under the body. That doesn't mean you never do it again. It just means, you take a break and every once in a while you try. It's part of why there's 2 sets. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your thigh up. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So as I said earlier, when we assume that we can or cannot do something, that's when we get into trouble, right? Press the shoulders down, triceps tight, lock your leg, lift your thigh. Change, left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, mouth down, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, struggle a little harder, don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, fingertips wide, push your knuckles down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down with control, bring your arms out, look to the right and take a breath. Feel this nice rush of blood down your shoulders, elbows, wrists, all the way into your fingertips. So good for circulation. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you if it feels good. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So just like in down dog, notice if you're pressing your wrists down, instead try to press down through your palms, your knuckles, and the space between your index finger and thumb. Stretch your big toe to the back wall, squeeze your right butt cheek, lift your thigh up. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Shoulders down, triceps tight, eyes open, mouth closed, jaw relaxed, lock and lift. Change, left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down. This is a mind over the matter posture. The matter is usually the mind. Mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up. Don't forget that can't lives on won't street. Mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left, and take a nice breath. Full locust, Pranayama Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes, heels, knees touch. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. So nice, like a 747 taking off, just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together like a cobra's tail. It's a theme, toes, heels, knees touch. Lock your legs. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on your mat. Take a breath. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, all 5 fingers together, feet together, Squeeze your butt, point your toes, make up your mind, look up and lift. Everything lifts off the floor. I find often the anticipation of the posture, should I do it, should I not, is harder than the posture itself. So always just get into the setup and see what happens. Knees, feet together, lock your legs, arms apart. This is so good for opening through the shoulders and chest. So good for strengthening your back. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left. So, if you go to the gym, they talk about like leg day, right? Or arm day. But I like to say in yoga, every day is back day. We are always strengthening our spine. Dhanurasana, floor bow. Bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, around the outside, around the outside. All 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Squeeze your butt, point your toes. Look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Breathe in and out through your nose. This is a great posture for strengthening the back. It's a good shoulder and chest opener. It's also good for digestion, right? You're on your abdomen. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick and kick and kick. Change, slowly lower down. Good, look to the right. And take another breath. Same way we put one foot in front of the other. Sometimes we just need to put one breath in front of the other. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, wrist straight, squeeze your tush, look up, and kick into your hands. You're kicking in 2 directions. You're kicking back and you're kicking up. If this posture bothers your knees, try kicking up more than you're kicking back. Try to get thighs off the floor. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. So you're not dropping your head all the way down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back. Knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your left, and let that one go. All right, all right, all right. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat space. For fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana, I will show you the first set from the side. Come into a tabletop position, point your toes to the back of your mat so the insides of your feet are parallel. As you're ready, start to sink your hips down and walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until one day you sit down between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Option to stay here. This is called hero pose, which I think is cool. Or when you're ready, put your hands on your feet, be your own hero, bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, nice neck lengthener, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. This is a pretty unique posture. In most styles of yoga, the goal is to get the back flat, but in this one, we try to lift through the middle spine while lengthening the neck at the same time using the floor. So it's a unique thing in that you're like opening most of your chest, but then the throat is compressed, the neck is long. Good, change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. One of my favorite teachers, Mary Jarvis, talks about, like, she, used to be very close with Bikram. And I think in like the 80s, she, at the time, same as other styles of yoga, the back was flat in this posture. And she was like, after like 2 years, she was like, I get my back flat. And she's like, Bikram, I did it. And he's like, who told you to do that? And she was like, you did. He was like, I don't like it. Do a back bend instead. Bikram is a flawed person. But I have to say, sometimes when we think of yoga, because it's an ancient tradition, we also think that it's stagnant or static, when in fact it is living, right? So the postures change, the sequence change, not just in this style of yoga, but in other styles as well. Who we listen to, who we learn from, how we describe postures. Some of these postures are really old, like bow pose is like 1,000+ years old, and how we do it is still changing. It's living, and we're part of that, like a living, practice, right? We're all part of that in this big community. You can always skip sit-ups by rolling off to the side, or legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good. Good, turn, come to the top of your mat, second set. You can open your knees, open your feet. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. One day, sink your hips down. If this posture is easy for you, bring your knees together. If it's really hard for you, open your knees wider. Put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows, each other, and hold, take a breath. Good, change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. I had an old student message me today that they had a nightmare about fixed firm pose. They were like, I was failing at the posture, it was in my dream. And I had this moment where I was like, there is no failing in fixed firm pose, right? You might not go very far into it, sure, but that's very different from failure. In fact, arguably, folks who only go an inch or two into that posture are working a lot harder than people for whom it's just maintenance. So keep that in mind, what your definition of quote unquote failing in a posture is probably just part of your journey to getting a little deeper. But as a reminder, it's not really about the depth of the postures, right? It's about what you feel. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. I'm going to show you this one from the side as well. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. You can always start standing on your knees as well. Arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. I'm going to run into my TV stand here. Slowly go down. The joys of home practice. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, tilt your pinky fingers down, get elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of the pinky fingers touch the floor, the rest of your arms are in the air. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, come up, knees, feet together, biceps with ears, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I used to make a joke. I used to say in class, a couple years ago, I'd say, if you ever wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you don't want to go to work, just do this posture, do fixed firm, and it'll give you energy. And then I would joke, and if after you do it, you still don't want to go to work, then become a yoga teacher because it's the greatest job in the world. This year has been really hard for yoga teachers. Thank you to all of you for making it manageable and possible. I'm so grateful to be in community and practicing yoga with all of you, especially this year. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat. Second set, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head sideways, palms together, cross your thumbs. Can you keep your palms flat, wrists straight, stretch up, go down? Can you touch your forehead to the floor before your little fingers? That's the million-dollar question. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, come on up, biceps with ears. Very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. If you find your back aching during or after class, the first thing to consider is skipping the sit-ups, right? If the sit-ups are bothering your back, skip the sit-ups. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, camel time. Come to the top of your mat, Camel Ustrasana, or deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Place your hands on your lower lumbar spine. Thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Press your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up, lift your nose, lift your chin. One day, let your head relax back. Option to stay here or keep your hands on your back, go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels just yet, keep your hands on your back. It's better support for your spine. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up carefully with control. Head up last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat.
And just a reminder that your mat and the floor are a prop. They're part of your yoga experience. We purposely lie down on a hard, flat surface in between postures to let everything stretch, lengthen, and realign. So after that healing compression to the spine, we lie on a flat surface. You picture everything lengthening. Let's do it again. Legs together, arms over your head. Flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Try to keep your heels on the floor. Good. Come to the top of your mat. Second set, you can roll up your mat if this posture bothers your knees, and that's true for any posture where we're on our knees. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back. Maybe think about bringing elbows closer together. One day elbows touch. Whoa, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open. Look up. One day head drops back. One day go back halfway. Eventually, or in the future, grab your heels. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up. Drop your head back, hold still, and just be. Just be right here. And when you're ready, change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Always appreciated. I love the repetition of this sequence. I love, you know, when nothing else is like familiar or certain in this world, I can practice this yoga, right? We have this almost like this language that we speak. And yet the most common word in the entire like sequence, it's not lock your knee or suck your stomach in, it's change, right? So within this sequence of repetition, within this thing that is certain, that is sure, when everything else is changing, we're also always called to change, right? Even though the posture is the same, we don't stay the same, we change. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So the same way that, you know, yoga in general is like a living practice, it's still changing, the postures are changing. So too with our body, right? We reflect that reality. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your H. E-E-L-S, heels. Stretch out, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Round your spine, chin to chest, stomach in, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and your head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, rabbit pose, let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly go down. Can you articulate your spine? Feel each vertebrae moving independent of the next. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, squeeze your heels together, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Take your time, very nice, head up last, turn around, Savasana. That posture felt different for me than it has in the past. That is, I wish that upon all of you, especially those of you with a consistent practice, right? That every once in a while you're like, whoa, that felt different, right? What a cool experience to have. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the middle of your mountain towel, 2 quick sets of head to knee with stretching. Janu Shavasana, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. You can bend your right leg as much as you want, touch your knee and head together. Make it easy, especially in the first set. Interlace your 10 fingers up to the webbing, under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. chin to chest, stomach in, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, right sit bone down, right shoulder down, right elbow down. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. Option to stay here if you're skipping sit-ups, or lay down, let your spine realign, and stop. I'm going to show you from the side, Pashimotonasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left. Eventually, legs are straight, back is flat. You can keep your knees bent if it helps you keep your spine straight. If your legs are locked, if your legs are straight, lock your legs, flex your toes back, fold forward. The goal here, rather than rounding your spine, you want to flatten your back. So chin forward, shoulders back, chest forward, abdomen in, fold forward, lengthen, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Try to get the sole of your foot pressing into the inner right thigh, make sure you're not sitting on your foot. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg, interlace your 10 fingers, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Make sure your legs are at a 90-degree angle, no wider, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Lock your leg, bend your elbows down, right shoulder down. Bring your right rib cage a little bit closer to your left thigh. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. You can stay here or lie down and sit up. Second set, stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, flex your pinky toes back, fold forward. At first, try bringing the elbows out if it helps you keep a flat back, but then bring the elbows down. Stomach to thighs pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, come to the middle of your mat, spine twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee, right arm close behind you, left arm up, bend over, grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee all touch in one magical spot. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. Feel each and every vertebrae in your spine twisting. You can keep your hand behind you or take it off the floor, reach behind you. Try to grab your left thigh with your right hand for a half bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, abdomen in. Look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. Wee, bend your right leg on the floor. Touch your left heel to right knee corner. Left arm close behind you, right arm up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand. One day hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your hand behind you or reach behind you. Try to grab right thigh with left hand for a half bind. Try to keep your right knee down, left foot down, point your right toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Finish strong. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Okay, come to the middle of your mat for final breathing. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet, right? You're never assuming that you can or you can't. You're just noticing where you are, meeting yourself in the moment. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. All you have to do is breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So you exhale through your mouth rapidly. As you exhale through your mouth, you pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically but subtly take in air. So the exhale is quite audible, but the inhale, you hardly notice it happens, right? Pretty cool. Sit up nice and tall, fingers together, arms straight, shoulders down, chest proud. Away we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, a high five, pat on the back, turn around, relax. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Be still. Enjoy. Soak it up. Relax and breathe. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. I have a certain fondness for that final breathing exercise. Sometimes when I'm in a super stressed out state, I have this obsessive compulsive thing where I'll like count things. I'll like count time all the time. So within a yoga class, I'll be counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, like counting the time. Well, that final breathing, you're supposed to do 60 each time. Like that is the moment in class where you are really supposed to count. And at the end of class, I always lose track. I never count. And it's just, that's what I wish for all of you, to lose yourself in yourself, right? And go to your true essence, getting away from any like anxiety or worries that you have, and just like getting lost in who you are, right? Like really who you are on the inside. I sound like Carolyn now, but that's like, to me, right? Like if I think, why am I doing this? That's it, right? Just for a moment or a glimpse of being who I really am on the inside, while at the same time practicing with you being who you really are on the inside. That's beautiful, right? And that's something that you've done for yourself that nobody can take away from you. Good for you. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Feel your chest rise. Slow exhale through your nose. Let your shoulders fall. You are so very alive.